Singapore has made repeated statements about this and condemned what's happening. And I think Singaporeans understand where we stand.
Singapore and Malaysia supported the resolution, UN resolution, on this ceasefire. What is critical for now is, of course, peace and stop the killings of civilians, babies and women.
Singapore has made repeated statements about this and condemned what's happening, the violence, the human tragedy of civilians and innocent victims being killed and massacred, and hoping that the two parties can make progress towards a negotiated two-state solution to the Middle East. And I think Singaporeans understand where we stand.
I think what is the common position is important. I mean, Singapore and Malaysia supported the resolution, UN resolution, on this ceasefire. And that is, to me, very critical for now. And humanitarian assistance. That position is jointly endorsed by both countries and majority of the countries of the world. We take, of course, a much stronger position because, as I've said, the whole issue is not what happened 2 weeks ago, but the issue what we term as politics of dispossession. I mean, countries cannot continue to colonize another part of the Palestinian lands. But what is critical for now is, of course, peace and stop the killings of civilians, babies and women.
We are making good progress to strengthen connectivity. One key project is the RTS link, the Rapid Transit System link, between Johor Bahru and Singapore. It will be the third land link between the two countries, which will make it much more convenient for our peoples, and we're all looking forward to the project's completion by the end of 2026. And one of the things we are doing on our side is to redevelop the CIQ for the long term, so that I have more capacity and can handle bigger volumes and the flow through faster. And that means redevelopment, reclamation. I have to tear down the existing structure, and I have to enlarge the footprint.
Singapore requires woodland, which is presently under Malaysian authorities, and I've said that we can facilitate the sale so that Singapore can have the facility to then make sure that the arrangement, the flow, is made more easily, both from Malaysian workers to Singapore and Singaporeans coming particularly during the weekends into Johor.
We intend to jointly develop a Johor-Singapore Special Economic Zone, which is a substantial and promising project, which will enhance the cross-border flow of goods and people and strengthen the business ecosystem, and will improve the economic attractiveness for both sides, for both Singapore and Johor. Potential scale and priority areas of development for the SEZ. I think this is the subject of a study because we are now doing a feasibility study to see what we want the SEZ to focus on and where there is interest from investors and market demand. Preliminarily, I think there are three things you want to do. One, improve the flow of goods between the two sides, because SEZ means special economic zone. It may mean special tax arrangements and bonded warehouses and therefore more easy border flows. Secondly, easier arrangements for flow of people who have to work on both sides of the causeway. And then thirdly, for the SEZ to enhance the ecosystem of the Iskandar development region, as well as of Singapore. Because with an SEZ, it makes something meaningful for Iskandar as a place where investors will be focusing their attention.
We will try our level best to accelerate the process. We have given a very short timeline to get them to agree on the parameters and sign the MOU by 11th of January. I hope that they can succeed, because I don't think it's too much of a complex problem, because they have discussed it extensively. Both ministers have done so, and I think we look forward to having some sort of arrangement, an agreement or understanding by mid-January.